Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your end of September 2024 General Tarot Update. It's Raina here. So I'm recording this right before the lunar eclipse in Pisces, and for you, this is actually falling in your um, fifth house of love and creativity, but also conceiving children. And you're already a water sign, so definitely, if you're having a little fun, be careful if you don't want to conceive children, because this could be like a big time influence for that. The heart of the matter is the Six of Pentacles. Pentacles relate to earth energy, and you see the coin. They're also called coins. So some decks will say Six of Coins, meaning that they really want to emphasize material energy, right? Like money. And yes, this can actually be an inheritance card. But you see the hands that are reaching out, and the person that is giving it. There's somebody who's in a position of need and somebody who has it to give. So this could be charity. But of course, as we know, charity sometimes is not what it's cracked up to be. When somebody is making a big show of like, oh, I'm going to give you this because you're in need and I have it. It's like a power play. And I'm sure Scorpio, being that one of your rulers is Pluto, know all about these kind of power games that can go on in relationships. But another big thing that this card represents is give and take. So it's, coins, money, it's about energy at the end of the day. And when we do these general readings, sometimes I'm doing love tarot readings. It's not going to always be just about the the financial side of things. It's going to be about love, but you still have these coins. How do you deal with them? This card in particular is about give and take. So it's like, if I give of my energy, it's not about like, oh, I bought you dinner, now you got to buy me dinner. I mean, sometimes it may actually be financial if one person is, like even like in a friendship, if one person's always buying the other person dinner and it's never being reciprocated, some people are just naturally more generous than others, and that's fine. But just on like a respectful level, at some point you go, what's going on here? But I'm talking about even beyond that. This is about, I think Scorpio people, they put their all into, when they love something, you're very extreme. So if you don't love someone, really like care about them, they might as well not exist, in a sense. So you kind of expect that from them as well. And if somebody is less intense about their feelings to you, you might think that they don't care. And I think in some cases you would be wrong. But this extends to maybe, just wanting to be with that person, wanting to do things with that person. And if they are kind of hesitant, or they always seem to have something else going on, that could be a problem. Now, in the past position, we have the Eight of Wands. And by the way, this card can also apply to your workplace. If you're, working overtime, or, well, there are laws about that, but let's say you just are very dedicated and you feel like your salary or your hourly wage isn't it doesn't reflect what you put into it. That might be a concern. In the past position, we have the Eight of Wands. This can be a lot of back and forth, very fast-paced events happening seemingly all at once. Now, I think that what this represents, and I'm going to just like put myself out on a limb here. Have any of you been dating a Leo or something like that? Maybe even an Aries. I don't know how many Scorpios do that, but the reason I say that is because those are both fire signs, and they can come on really strong, and there could be like this physical component that is kind of enticing to you, especially since I'm talking with Leo. They really, the two signs square off to one another, so the friction creates physical attraction. But the problem is that if they are kind of, maybe they're the one that's like, sense of urgency about getting together with you, and then it seems like it's kind of very short-lived or one-dimensional. I think that's a big one. It's physical relationship, but not everything that you're looking for. Then you have to bring it back to yourself. You have to ask yourself, am I willing to settle for less than what I want? Because the higher message here is the Ace of Cups, and this is the start of new love. This is wanting that love. So the Wands is passion. So that can be that sexual energy. And Scorpio, I've had Scorpios write to me and tell me that they have been celibate for a long time, that they're not promiscuous. And I'm firmly convinced about that. I used to always hear about, the infamous Scorpio person. Of course, there are going to be Scorpios who are like that. But I would think that there are other things going on in their chart than just being a Scorpio. You take sex seriously, but there can be some of you, I think especially the female ones, who think that this is what you have to do in order to get that love, that relationship going. That this is just how the world works. And no, I don't think so. I think that there are some people who are content with just a physical relationship. You're not one of them. And you better understand that about yourself, because you're playing with fire, pardon the pun. In this case, you are playing with fire. And guess what? This is what crosses you. The Three of Swords. This is a card of heartbreak. This is a card of rejection. Now, this could also be a three-party situation. And, the thing is that it's something that you may be doing. I think this card I always read as, or this position I always read like it's blocking the person from progress. It's blocking you from having a give and take relationship, because it might be just one-sided, where somebody is taking. Maybe they're promising this, or there's some allusion to it, but it might be in your own head that is happening. I think if this is a workplace situation that, I always mention creativity and the healing arts with the cups, some of these cups cards, because I think that can be the case. And we get stuck in this kind of the salary kind of that hamster wheel, that mentality of like, okay, I'm going to get more money. I'm going to get a raise. I'm going to, this is going to happen. That's going to happen. And it's not even the paradigm that is really, what we are all about ultimately, that we want to break free from that. We're here to heal others, especially Scorpio. Scorpio is one of those signs that is connected to this. So, all of these other things can be distractions and keep people from their true path, as far as I'm concerned, and is not really what life is all about ultimately. Because when you are practicing service to others, it's not about tit for tat. It's not about, oh, this person, I'm not making enough. I'm not doing this, because you're fulfilled from within. Obviously people have to pay bills though. I get it. But not overemphasizing that either. What's coming in? This is the Nine of Pentacles, but it's reversed. When the Nine of Pentacles is upright, it is about financial independence. So you can see when it's turned upside down that that isn't the case. So if any of you are in a situation where perhaps you're stuck in a relationship where you don't really want to be there, but you don't have the means to support yourself, then sometimes that's the place where you have to begin. You have to do things piece by piece. But you have to feel deserving, because this is a card where if you have, I think this is true for a lot of Scorpios, if you have had your heart, ripped from your chest, metaphorically speaking, obviously, you may have trust issues. You may feel like it could happen again. Oh my God, I don't want to really get too close. And it makes it hard for you to kind of open up in relationships. And then that can be a vicious cycle where you never really have deep relationships because you're afraid to open up. And you have to be willing to do that. But regardless of that, if you feel like you're not in the right relationship, you have to ask yourself, what is stopping me from leaving? So this could be a financial concern. So you're going to have to deal with that. Sometimes that's just an excuse where the person really does have what it takes, or they can make it work, but they are using that because they don't truly want to leave. But I see here the outcome, Six of Swords. This is leaving and choosing peace, leaving behind that drama and choosing peace. And so this could be in any area of life. But remember, it's like right under this Ace of Cups. So it could be that there's something waiting for you that is more in alignment with what you are about. This Wands energy is very, Wands is fire, and it tends to be very aggressive, and you might be wanting something that's more peaceful in your life, some influence. And if you're in a relationship where you feel that you are being treated, you're being rejected, this is a card of rejection in some way, and it could even be in the workplace. That doesn't, that won't help your sense of self-esteem, obviously. So that just tears you apart. So making sure that you're creating an environment for yourself that is harmonious can be what you're all about at this time. Okay, Scorpio, that's what I have for you. I hope that this resonated. If you'd like a private reading, I'm primarily an astrologer. I have package deals. I have standalone readings, love, career, transits, chart interpretation. You can find out more information at the link below. I'm at rainamoonastrology.com. Thanks for watching. Take care. Bye.